age his eyes were glazed, he had a strange expression, and when they found him wanking, throwing not all in a banking, well they knew he had a real obsession. He'd hump his mother, his sister, his brother, and anything else that moved. He'd take his pleasure, be it furry or feather or horned or hairy or who. He was a pig that went like a train and came like a speeding bullet, always on the hunt, the randy little runt, horny little pig called Mollett. Mollett saw the milkman bringing around his wares, and the lily white coat brought a lump to his throat and he found him unprepared. Carol's in the kitchen cooking up the lunch when she heard the poor man scream. He was too late, she ran through the gate and found him all covered up in cream. Cause he was a pig that went like a train and came like a speeding bullet, always on the hunt, the randy little runt, horny little pig called Mollett. Postman bringing around the mail, he was knocking on the old front door. Mollett was delighted and he found himself excited because he'd never had a postman before. But as he ran in, Grunt turned with a grin and said, "Oh, look, old chap." Mollett's eyes were diverted and he found himself inserted through the big brass letterbox slam. He was a pig that went like a train and came like a speeding bullet, always on the hunt, the randy little runt, horny little pig called Mollett. Snug with the old sheepdog who didn't seem to mind, and then he had a screw with a canny old ewe by catching her out from behind. He ran amok with a musky duck and he pinned her down in a trough. Then he tried to pull the big brown bull because he still hadn't had enough. Cause he was a pig that went like a train and came like a speeding bullet, always on the hunt, the randy little runt, horny little pig called Mollett. To his throng to get into the truck for slaughter. Mollett was shagged out because he'd had his snout up the skirt of the ploughman's daughter. He could hardly walk, he was no good as pork, and you had to leave him behind. The only one bit of meat that you could have tried to eat, and the rest of it was gristle and rind. But he was a pig that went like a train and came like a speeding bullet, always on the hunt, the randy little runt, horny little pig called Mollett. Distractions and sexual attractions, he soon regained his health, and he found success in relieving his stress by playing with himself. He thought he'd be saved from a fate so grave, but alas he was mistaken, cause he ended his days in 3 freezer trays when they turned him into sausages and bacon. And he was a pig that went like a train, came like a speeding bullet, always on the hunt, the randy little runt, horny little pig called Mollett. Oh, he was a pig that went like a train, came like a speeding bullet, always on the hunt, the randy little runt, horny little pig called Mollett.